We've been joined today by several of our colleagues in the legislature and in the city council who will offer remarks in support of this legislation. Senator Kevin Parker, Assemblyman Michael Benjamin, City Council Member Jamani Williams. Before I call the three of them up, I just want to also acknowledge the presence of representatives from Councilman Al Van's office, the council member from Bedford-Stuyvesant, as well as District Leader Walter Mosley from the 57th Assembly District. Senator Kevin Parker.
Good morning. I'm State Senator Kevin Parker. I represent the 21st District in Brooklyn, which is Flatbush and East Flatbush, Midwood, Dittmers Park, Kensington, and Borough Park. And I'm adding my voice to those who are supporting this legislation. Eric, make sure I get on the bill. Let me, just thank Assemblyman Hakeem Jeffries and Senator Eric Adams for just really being on the forefront of this issue. I also want to thank Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, who behind the scenes have been really organizing us for actually over 2 years around this issue and has kept us, our nose to the grindstone as it relates to how do we protect our young people. Now, I represent in my community one of the largest underserved populations of young people in the entire city. And so I get that we have gang populations, we have gang problems, but criminalizing our young people is not the way to, in fact, that we solve them. That I would love to see us put more money into youth programming. We're actually spending far less. This actually all began going back to the Giuliani administration when they combined the Department of Community Development with the Department of Youth Services, and since then there's been a downward decline of the amount of dollars that are available for youth programming. We've gotten rid of music, art, dance, and athletics as regular parts of the curriculum, and created, put our children away in other places, and so we haven't engaged our young people there. We also don't have enough youth programs and after-school programs, and so again we failed our young people there. And then on top of that, we're now going to, again, as the term has been used, add insult to injury by stopping and frisking them when we have not even given them a fair opportunity to be engaged in the kind of things that young people ought to be engaged in. Let me suggest to both the mayor and the police commissioner that we have an opportunity to pivot and go in the right direction. That instead of taking our resources and putting into stop and frisk and putting our resources into creating databases to criminalize our young people, that we add more money for after-school programs. In the state, we've actually now spending more money per pupil to any other state in the history of the United States. So people can't tell me there's not some money there. We need to expand the Beacon School program. As much as I know people love Jeff Canada and they talk about the Harlem Children's Zone, the thing that Jeff kind of really brought to us that this city really underutilizes is the idea of beacon schools. Our schools right now, for the most of them, are open from 7 to 3 and they're closed the rest of the day. Those schools ought to be beacons of light for the whole community every day. We need to expand the Beacon School program and make sure that we have not just youth program but family programming available for all of our young people. And then let's stop teaching to the test. And let's add music, athletics, and dance as regular parts of our young people's day. Let's make our young people more engaged in school. And these are some of the solutions that we ought to be doing instead of criminalizing our young people. And this lastly, as I close, I'm calling on our leader, John Sampson, to bring this bill through the committee and to the floor as soon as possible so that we can stop this practice in law this session. Thank you.
Thank you.